Well, before we get started, I want to go ahead and give Coach Bobby Carr a warm welcome to Prattville High School. I want to thank everyone for coming out today to be with us here at Prattville High School. I have some words I'd like to share with everyone. Thank you for being here as we celebrate a new chapter at Prattville High School. It's with great pride that I stand before you to announce that the Autauga County Board of Education has officially approved our new head football coach and leader who we are confident will elevate our program to the next level. Throughout this coaching search, our primary goal was very clear. We were looking for a championship caliber coach, someone with a proven track record, a deep commitment to excellence, and a passion for developing young athletes. After working closely with our search and interview committee, we are thrilled to have found that leader. I'd like to take a moment to express our sincere thanks to Mr. Woodfin and the Board of Education for their unwavering support and for granting the search and interview committee the autonomy needed to conduct a transparent process. Their trust and leadership were instrumental in helping us find the best candidate for a head football coach at Prattville High School. I'd also like to thank the members of the search and interview committee for their tireless work and dedication throughout this process, their insight, commitment, and most of all, passion for Prattville High School. Through this, we're able to identify the right individual to lead our program. We are grateful for their hard work and thoughtful contributions they made at every stage of this process. With that being said, it's now my privilege to turn things over to our athletic director, Coach Blake Boren, who will introduce our new head football coach. Thank you, and we look forward to exciting times at Prattville High School. Coach Boren.
Tell you what, I would echo what Dr. Ferris said. This is a great day for Prattville High School. I think as you started this process, Dr. Ferris said one thing, at Prattville High School, and some of you probably saw it today when you drove up, and we have some graphics. We believe this is the home of champions. Over the last 20 years or so of this program, there have been 4 state championships. If you go back to 1984, we just celebrated the 40-year anniversary this fall of the very first state championship place. There's no question Prattville is one of the premier athletic schools in this state. And so when you set out to find a head football coach, I think you begin and really end with that in mind, is who is best positioned to take us back to where we believe this program is, where our community believes this program is, where our stakeholders believe this program is. And I think we've nailed that, and I think we've got it right. And we are excited to welcome Coach Bobby Carr as our next head football coach, the 33rd head football coach, to be honest with you, Coach, in the history of Prattville High School, here with us today. I don't know that he needs any introduction. If you've been in this area, as many of you have, and like I have for a long time, you know the stats, but I'm going to read them to you anyway to kind of go through this. So we're talking about somebody here with 27 years of experience as a head football coach. I did it for 5, and I don't know that I ever would want to do it again. Coach, I don't know how you've done it for 27 years, but that is incredible. And I think it speaks to the type of person, the type of leader he is, the consistency he's had over 27 years of leading young men in this, really, the River Region community. But somebody who's won at 80% all time over 27 years is just outstanding. Multiple state championships, more rings than fingers at this point, I believe. Has been inducted into the National Hall of Fame at the private school level. And we could go on and on and on. 260 some odd wins, all to his name. An incredible career already. And I do think all of us here to know today that we will build on that and we will continue to add to that legacy. Prattville is a special place. And Coach Carr is a special coach. And so I am excited as the athletic director. I've known you, Coach, now, I guess, going on since 2007. And I'm excited to have the opportunity to work with you. And I truly believe, as does our committee and our principal and everybody that's associated here with our program as we've gone through this process, that you are the right person for the job. So with that being said, I want to introduce Coach Bobby Carr. We have a jersey. I'd like to present him. And then we will turn it over to Coach Bobby Carr, new head football coach at Prattville High School.
Thank you. It's an honor to be standing up here in front of you. Bear with me. I didn't bring my readers. I'm still getting old. I'm probably going to have to shoot from the hip. But incredible honor. I know what the expectations are. And here's the thing I've always said, everybody should have expectations. But what's the standard? Are we going to settle to be average? I mean, this is Prattville, dadgummit. Why are we settling to be average? It's time to go to work, and I'm ready to get this tie off and go to work. I can tell you, but a lot of people to think and all that kind of stuff. First, Dr. Ferris and Coach Bourne, I appreciate you guys. When they called me and asked me if I'd be interested in talking with them about this job, I thought, to me, this is one of the premier jobs in the state. Or a lot of people, it's a premier job. To me, it is the job. From the time I was a child watching, Prattville as a kid. I mean, I remember my dad taking me to the '84 state championship game, and I can remember as a coach, Coach Clark coming in here, 20-something years later and building a dynasty and putting this program on the map. And so here we are 20 more years, and I assure you we're going to get that thing back. It's been done before. It's been proven, and I assure you we're going to get it done. So we're not going to settle to be average. I had one of my players the other day who just signed with Ohio State. Some of you guys may know him, and he asked me during practice one day, he said, Coach, why are you on me harder than everybody else? I said, because I see greatness in you, son. I'm not going to let you be average. Why would I couldn't look myself in the mirror and know that I allowed you to be average each day when God's put greatness inside of you. Okay? So that's who I am as a coach. You can ask guys that have played for me before. I'm on demand their best every day. All right. So again, I thank you guys for putting me in this position. I assure you I won't let you down. Mr. Woodfin, the board, the committee. I know you guys had a tough job, and I appreciate you putting your faith in me and allowing me to be in this position. It's a great day for me, great day for my family. My dad passed away a few years ago. I wish he could be here. He loved Prattville football. He was a quarterback in the '60s. But anyway, I'll stop all that. Sometimes God's got to put us in the fire. I've said this before, and I've been through a lot in my life. And when you stumble and fall in life, there's only one thing to do is lay there. Or to me, there's only one way to do it, is to get back up. Life knocks us down at times, and you got to get back up. And sometimes God's got to bring us all the way to our knees. And I've been through that in my life. And you know what? When He builds you up the right way, my goodness, I've got a fire in me like no other. And sometimes we don't understand why certain doors have shut and why other doors are open. And I know that I'm standing here right now because of God, so I want to thank God first and foremost. But again, let's talk about being important. To me, the importance of being a high school coach. I think it's an incredible responsibility. I think high school coaches are the greatest role models in the world. If you think about it, we're going to spend more time with these kids than their parents do, than probably anybody. All right, they get up in the morning, they go to school, they're in class, they're with us in the weight room, they're with us on the field, film study. They get home, they may or may not eat dinner. They're either doing their homework. Most of them are on the phone with Sally Mae or Susie Q or whatever her name is. So at the end of the day, it's an incredible responsibility. And when I stand before God one day, He's not going to say, hey, congratulations on winning X amount of championships. He's going to say, what'd you do with those boys from Prattville I put in front of you? How'd you mold them in the men they need to be? And to me, that's why I put my whistle around my neck. I think that's probably why most coaches do as well. But to me, that's important. And I mentioned this earlier. Let's not settle to be average. Think about this town. Both of my parents grew up in Prattville. And this town is built, it's just made up of blue-collar people that just put their boots on and go to work. All right? And that's what we're going to build this football program on. We're going to go to work every day. We're going to put together a great coaching staff. I think a head coach is only as good as a coach as he puts himself around. And I assure you we're going to put together a quality staff that's going to get this program headed in the right direction in a hurry. And again, I just want to thank you guys for allowing me to be the head coach and appreciate you putting your trust in me, parents. I look forward to kids. I look forward to meeting you guys tomorrow. And I guess I'll turn it over to Coach Bourne.
We're excited, and I do think we have the right person, and I think we're positioned now to do great things here at Prattville High School. So with that being said, I know we have several media partners here. We want to allow you guys all the time that you need to get all the interviews. We also have a lot of food over there. It looks like it's not been eaten, so feel free to help yourself. We've got fruit. I appreciate Lauren Guthrie. There's a lot of people who've come together to help put this day together. I would be remiss if I didn't thank Mr. Edwards and some of our crew here locally at the school. But please, by all means, dig in over there. We've got waters. Coach Carr will be here as long as we need to be here. And we're basically going to open it up now as kind of a meet and greet, so feel free to come and see Coach. And like I said, we've got a couple different backdrops here. We can do interviews, and we will be here as long as you would like to be here. But again, I would close leaving us with this. There's no question Prattville's in a great place today. And this 25 season is going to be phenomenal. This run is about to be exciting. Coach, you said this was going to happen very quickly today, and we believe that, and we agree with you, Coach, and we can't wait to see it kicked off here in a few short months. All right. Wherever they want, we'll let them go and kind of do whatever interviews they need to do. So we can do it here, or we can do it kind of down there in front of the other one, whatever you think.
Get your car back.